Know that no two brains work similar, right? We are all different in some way or the other. But then we have a lot of commonality between us, many of us. Now, neurodiverse are those people whose brains work differently in some areas. They are wired a bit different. They think different. Because they think different, they act different, and they communicate different. So the idea here is, how do we bring in them into the mainstream? How do we talk about inclusion amongst neurodiverse? Examples of neurodiverse conditions are autism, ADHD, dyslexia, ADD, etc. So today, speaking of autism in particular, one of the neurodiverse conditions, it is reported by ET Health World that there are 18 million or 1.8 crore autistic people in India, which amounts to about 1 to 2% of our population, so which is a big number. So this is the background, and I would start with my questions to Mugdha-ji. Mugdha-ji, thank you very much for joining us today. Mugdha-ji, you are intimately involved in the field of neurodiversity. You have championed the cause of neurodiversity in various platforms such as these. You have worked in the field through your institution or firm, not that different, and you have led the cause of neurodiversity in various media-related platforms as well. Now, having said that, there is a report from Deloitte which says that 85% of the neurodiverse are not employed. So I would ask you three questions centered around this. One is, do you think this number is higher in India? Two is, what do you think, what are the areas you think where neurodiverse people can excel in terms of employment? Please.
Very happy to be here in Kolkata and to be part of a discourse that is for the first time happening in East of India, which is talking not just about diversity, inclusion and equity, but also spotlighting neurodiversity, which is very less spoken about. मेरे ख्याल से सबसे पहले न्यूरोडाइवर्सिटी को अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए ये जानना ज़रूरी है कि न्यूरोडाइवर्सिटी अपने आप में कितनी अलग है. When we look at the spectrum of neurodiversity, what is very important to understand is that it can be read as a disease if the person is suffering from epilepsy, from insomnia, from gut issues, from other neuropsychotic ailments and disorders. So we then look at neurodiversity as a disease. Then we look neurodiversity as a disorder. When we look at neurodiversity as a disorder, we look at individuals who are having problem doing things in their regular life, which may manifest as a disability. My son is moderate on the autism spectrum. He is non-verbal, semi-verbal at times. Now that is a disorder. I would want a child who speaks, right? But he is semi-verbal. So there I'm looking at it as a disorder. Then I'm looking at neurodiversity as a difficulty. Dyslexia है बच्चे को, उसको numbers नहीं समझ आते हैं. एक individual को है, difficulty होती है. तब आप neurodiversity को difficulty के जैसे describe करते हैं. And then you describe neurodiversity as a difference, which is celebrated.